Hey everyone, welcome back to our 9th installment of Unsolicited Bourbon Review. And today we are going to be reviewing the alleged king of the single barrel bourbons, Blanton's single barrel bourbon, right here. It's a 93 proof bourbon. This is another allocated bourbon. I know I explained a little bit about allocations and how they work, but this is probably one of the hottest items in terms of bourbons due to its increased popularity. Extremely hard to find, especially outside of the Kentucky, Tennessee area. If you live in an area that doesn't really care about bourbon, pretty easily readily available. But we'll go ahead and dive into it. Before we do that, I want to talk about this bottle. The bottle itself, it just says it's very unique in itself. I think it's around not a whole lot of bourbons, and it definitely sticks out in your bourbon shelf or at a bar. I think it just says prestige. It says you know what the fuck you're doing. It's really cool, really catchy. Obviously the jockey on top. I think that's one of the most iconic features of this bottle. And then obviously, if attention to detail, it has a small letter at the top. And then once you collect all 8, you get a really cool shelf, have it spell out the word Blanton's. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. We'll go ahead and open it up, taste it, talk about it, and we'll throw a review. So the MSRP on this is about $65. Again, people are willing to pay ungodly amounts of money for this bourbon. I'm fortunate enough to get it pretty easily and at the $65 mark. But they have single barrels straight from the barrel. They have another gold, Blanton's gold. They have a green. They have a single barrel private select. Again, they are in excess of over hundreds and sometimes in thousands to get these Blanton's items. And again, it's the prestige to Buffalo Trace Distillery, Frankfort, Kentucky. Again, they have really great items. Again, the branding they have. I think that's just the following for Blanton's and obviously Buffalo Trace. But open it up, smell it, talk about it. Again, the mash bill is undisclosed. They keep it close to the chest, and the age is undisclosed as well. So, but it's definitely a mature bourbon itself, I think. You can tell by the color. It's a very nice amber color. Again, it doesn't seem anything less than 4 years. You smell. The first thing that comes to mind is a honey smell. Very sweet. It's a 93 proof, so again, it's going to have a little bit of heat on it. Don't necessarily get any fruit notes, but definitely honey, brown sugar, the oak char. It's not a very complex bourbon. I think it's pretty straightforward in sweetness and taste, but we'll go ahead and dive right into it. And the front, not a whole lot of vanilla, in my opinion. I think vanilla is a nuanced flavor in Blanton's, but it's honey, brown sugar, a little caramel, a little bit of leather, that rye spice. Again, we don't really know the mash bill, but I would assume it probably has a significant amount of rye. I'd say anywhere probably from the 10 to 15% mark, because it has that rye spice at the finish at the end. Again, this is very good, very delicious. Can't really say anything negative about it. Again, it's pretty popular. Again, people who are just now getting into it, they would consider this as the gold standard of bourbons. Incredibly smooth. You do get that finish, a little heat at the end, but very pleasant, very sweet. Again, this is the great, nice honeys, soft tasting honey. But yeah, again, it's awesome product. I love having it. I love having it readily available. But we'll go ahead and rate it. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I don't think It's the best single barrel bourbon in the market, in all honesty. It's a very, very good product. I'll never turn it down. If someone says, hey, you want some Blantons? One, for free, absolutely. Two, at cost, yes, definitely. But anything more than $65, definitely not. I won't pay it. But again, it's a great bottle to have in your collection if you can get your hands on it. If you can't, then, you know, order at a bar, restaurant, or, you know, again, go to a buddy's house who has it. The best way to drink this is neat. If you want to drink it like a Simeon, please pour your favorite cola, soft drink, mixer, whatever, make it old fashioned out of it. But again, the best way to drink this is neat. It doesn't have to be the Glencairn, but maybe a little rock, but this is a beautiful bourbon. The taste itself, it doesn't need any extra help. But again, yeah, this is exciting product, and then that's all I got. But we'll talk soon.